What's up, YouTube? It's the Bear from thebearindependent.com and the YouTube things and the Patreon things. And another, ping-ponging thought bouncing around in the voids of my skull where the gray matter should be. I suppose we'll title this Sanctified Industries, which is very possibly a domain and or business that I will own in the near future because I like the sound of that. Sanctified Industries. What do I mean by that? Well, man, there's lots of believers in the Bible who believe that end times are nigh, they are upon us, and that they will come to fruition. This will be a reality for us. Yeah, I know. Nice shades, right? Yeah, I know. Cool shirt. Thanks, the Patriot Plumber. Bless you, brother. You're awesome. You didn't send me these shades, but this is your shirt. Not your shirt. We're different sizes, but you know what I mean. It's got your little guy on the back. It's the best. There's lots of people who believe that end times is going to be a real consideration. It's a real thing, myself included. And at some point, we know that there will be the mark of the beast. We don't know what that will be. We don't know if it's RFID. We have no idea. I believe that the mark of the beast will be something that you voluntarily accept based upon my interpretation of Scripture. And that if you don't, you will be unable to do business with the system, the world. All the more reason to stack food to the rafters and have all the friends and all the equipment that you need to protect it to the best of your ability. And I know, yeah, but they're going to come and confiscate your stuff. And yep, entirely possible. Man, I'd rather go out on my feet than die on my knees, man. I'm telling you. Molon Lave, come get it. Come get it. So, Sanctified Industries. What do I mean by this? What I mean is, if we can't do business with the world, we better get damn good at doing business with each other now, while we can. While we can start flexing those muscles and building that infrastructure and networking now. We should get very good at it now, because our lives might depend on it. And what do I mean by sanctified? Sanctified means holy in the King Jimmy. Both of those words are the same word as set apart in my Bible, which is right here. The Scriptures, upside down, the Scriptures. Set apart means it's set apart. We are set apart from the system, the world. Good, because we're going to need something that's not of the world as far as trade goes to be able to interact with one another and get the things that we can't produce on our own. So that gets me thinking of, team building is a big part of what I do. Community is a big part of what I do. Well, this is just ever-expanding circles around teams and communities, right? This is a big community. This is a big team of people. And this could be locally, regionally, nationally, internationally. I don't know. And there's probably already something that exists, if not some things that exist in this capacity. If they're not employed 100% in this capacity, they're near enough to it. I don't know. I haven't done the research on it. But I think we should go out of our way now to start building out relationships and networking with people who are like-minded and have similar convictions to us, that if the system goes away, we have something to replace it with. They say, yeah, cool story, bro. You can't buy, sell, or trade until you take the mark. Oh, your little girl's starving to death? That sucks. Here, take the mark. Well, I'd rather not be in that position in the first place. And part of that's food storage, and part of that is having robust security systems, and part of that is tribes and mags, but part of that could be sanctified industries, set apart industries that are set apart unto Yahweh, that we participate in, that what we put into it is less than what we take out of it, so that collectively, and I use that word in a calculating manner, that collectively the industry is worth more than the sum of its parts. Everybody gives a little bit more than they take, and I don't mean in hard assets or in liquid assets or in time, or what I mean is that of your soul, you give more of it than you take, and that allows us to operate from a position of strength, to be a blessing to others through these sanctified industries. And that could be, and probably should be, food production, ammo production, water, training, medical, real estate, right? I mean, equipment, manpower, it's all the things. It's all the things. And so this has just been rattling around in my brain a little bit. It's like, well, how do you avoid a FEMA camp? Well, you don't freaking go there. Well, how do you avoid the mark of the beast? You put yourself in a position where you don't have to take it. And I know, well, you know, it'll either be like everybody is going to have to participate, or you will not participate to your detriment. Roger that. Roger that. Okay, copy. But maybe there's a cushion there. Maybe there's a way, and I think it's worth investigating. And also, let's just say hypothetically that never happens during my lifetime, or my kids' lifetimes, or my grandkids' lifetimes, you know, and praise the Father if it doesn't. Oh no, we spend our hard-earned money and our time supporting people who think like we do. Cool. And we don't have to be myopic about it. It doesn't have to be 100% exclusive. I only do business with, you know, for example, like the Hasidic Jews. Man, they don't want to know you unless you got curls and tassels and a big fur hat, right? I'm not saying it has to be that way, but I'm saying that it should be at the top of our mind. It should be a primary consideration when it comes to doing business. Is there a way that I can spend this money wisely with like-minded believers, both in SHTF and in the Most High? Whatever that might be. And, you know, and where do you draw the line? I mean, for me, it's, do you believe in Yeshua Messiah? Do you believe in Jesus the Christ? And are you doing, to the best of your ability, the convictions of your heart as put there by your Creator? Those two things, man, we can argue over the details later, but those two things, I think everybody who's a believer should be able to get on board with those two things. And so I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys as a thought piece, as a consideration. Sanctified Industries, is there a way, could there be a way to set apart pieces of critical infrastructure for the community, whether it's Dunbar's number of 150 or 150,000 or 150 million people nationally or globally, to create an infrastructure now that plays well together now and gets the kinks worked out of it now, and that we develop the relationships now while we can now, that if we need it, if we have to flex it into the role of this has now turned into life preservation, it's there and it exists, that we can spin it up when we need it. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this down in the comments. Let me know what you think, you know. And I'll tell you this, I am not somebody who focuses on the negative. I don't want to hear why it can't happen. I want to hear your thoughts about why it could happen, what would be the best way to implement it, things that we should consider. But if your basic premise is, yeah, that'll never happen, cool, thanks for the input, not interested, right? I had a boss tell me one time, he says, yeah, I got problems. Everybody knows they got problems. I don't want to hear about my problems. I want to hear about what you're going to do to fix them. And that stuck. So that's what I'm thinking, guys. You know, Mark of the Beast, Sanctified Industries, End Times. Let me know what you think. Hit me down in the comments. And please remember to do the like, subscribe, share thing. I really appreciate you. Shalom.